And here we are. I don't know, I have to check before I leave if there is a storm heading this way. Yeah, Monty told mom, yeah, he needs to go outside, you know. But yeah, he just flopped on the ground and didn't want to move. But Liza and I, we need our morning walk. And then Monty, of course, will go to the doctor's appointment as usual. And he will do his morning walk there. Oh yeah. There is some wind. So first week of July. First full week of July starts today, of course, Monday. Oh, I just stepped down and it was red. In this case, we just hurry along and they have turned off the lights on our road, but not on the main road. Interesting. So yeah, let's continue discussion. Monday's discussion regarding my job. So last week I spent quite a lot of time on the Paygrade system and I haven't still finished it. So yeah, let's continue. So the first Paygrade. So we have 1 to 66. 66th Paygrade. First is the lowest, the 66th Paygrade is the highest. And you know, I always thought that the first Paygrade starts at the minimum wage, you know. But unfortunately this is not the case. So the first Paygrade starts, I think, at around 460, 470 euros, and that is before taxes. Liza, fuito! Fuito! There are Liza! We will not be looking there. I don't know what is there. Yesterday I saw there were a lot of broken glass over there, so I don't want to her looking for any scraps of kebab or burek and eat glass at the same time. So yeah, 460, 470 euros as your start salary, which is before taxes. So you would get like 250 to 80 net. Of course, that is no salary. And I believe if I was watching correctly, the minimum wage starts around 25th Paygrade. You know, all below are not, you know, basically not even worth to mention as a salary. While the 66th Paygrade gets you 5,800, 900, something like this euros before taxes, of course. Which is, of course, not much if you consider that, for example, in this grade are immediately assigned to Pridna Lizzie. I thought that she's going number 2. They're assigned to the President of the Republic and President of the government. So the Prime Minister. So these two functions, and I assume also like, but I'm not sure, like President of the Constitutional Court, the highest court, I assume he also gets the same salary. Yeah. So one of the problems with this is the start of the pay grade system is set too low, and then this also means that the higher functionaries don't get as much money as they should, based on the level of their responsibility. Because now we have basically very strange situation when several of the public officials, like directors of different government-owned, country-owned institutions, at the end get the higher salary than the Prime Minister. And why is that? First of all, they have seniority, which means they have add-on to their years. Then secondly, they usually have several functions. I know for a case when a doctor, he is at the same time he's the head of his own department. I don't know which one. Then he's the head of the emergency department, or in the same hospital, because usually the head of the emergency department can be it's like an interim position, and people from different departments can take it over. And then at the same time he's also the head of the whole hospital. So he at the same time he has 3 different leadership positions. He then works all the time in the during night or during weekends, holidays, when you are paid more. And number 2, and we will be right back. Okay, I saw that I have been already talking for 8 minutes. I didn't say anything. So let's say this will be it will not be addendum, but whole new video. And and this is a problem with the organization or the structure of the pay grade system for public employees. And of course, syndicates are trying to reform it. Government says it doesn't have money for this. But currently they are negotiating, as I said, for several months now, a new pay grade system. Government says that they want to implement the 67th pay grade, but not change the, let's say, the bottom of the scale. But of course they want to just raise the pay grades for the lowest paid. And then of course the pay grades are then merged in different classes, groups. Come, okay, Tuki Griva, she wants to go. And we are walking on the road. Yeah, nice. Well, there is no one here. So, for example, and this is like general. Okay, let's go like this. Every specialized occupation in the public sector has their own pay grade groups based on their work titles. So you have your own personal work title, and then you have your job or position title. So at the same time you can have two titles. For example, when I was employed at the faculty, my personal title was research assistant, but my work position's title was assistant with a doctorate, with a PhD. So you can see now very clearly how you have this duality. And of course, you know, academia has its own titles, the police force and military, they have their own ranks. Same goes for, you know, emergency workers, firefighters, of course the medical field, medical professionals and so forth, then school teachers and so forth. Everyone has their own, but in general, so general, let's say, public workers are grouped in 5 groups, and they are then spread across the pay grade scale. So the lowest is administrator. So all in this group they have the title administrator, and this pay grade group is then, you know, I think there are like 4 or 5 different pay grades in that group. Of course, they are not starting with you know, the first pay grade, but quite up. And then you have the next group is senior administrator. Then it's followed by the counselor, and then you have senior counselors. Greva tukaj desno, Lizi, pa greva še malo. So yeah, so these are the 4 groups, and then the highest group are so-called secretaries. In that I don't mean, you know, secretary as a administrative worker, but secretary as in, you know, secretary of state, let's say. And where do I belong? So we have to go a little bit further. So secretary group has actually three titles inside of the group, which are undersecretary, secretary, and senior secretary. So this is the, so senior secretary is the highest rank or personal title that the public official, let's say working at the ministry, can achieve. Because higher are only, let's say, political functionaries as Secretary of State and of course Minister. And yeah, my personal title currently is Undersecretary. You will think, okay, this is sounding very high. It's actually not, because each of the secretarial titles then combines several, I think 4 or 5 once again, grades, something like that, pay grades. And I am basically at the same level as I was at the university. So as a research assistant, I am basically in the same pay grade as I was. So yeah, next time we will continue on with our discussion of the Slovenian public system with some more details. Okay, that's it.